This represents an infinite amount of possibilities and hence an infinite amount of possible failures.
I think this might rival the installation of the antenna. What do you think?
I'm honestly impressed. I think you have the eye. Jean-Pierre, 2 glasses of rosé, please.
Who's Jean-Pierre?
So we could come here with a rifle.
Yeah, no, with a camera and with a light.
It's so exciting.
My name is Anna. I'm an English former fashion and textile designer. I moved to Paris aged 23 to work for the French couture house Baumann and stayed for the croissants, the wine, and of course for Philipp, a filmmaker from the South Tyrolean Alps. After 10 amazing years, getting married, buying and renovating 2 homes and having 2 babies, we decided city life was no longer for us. Philipp had been dreaming of buying a chateau since the day we met and finally convinced me to start looking. We came to visit Chateau Garden. Despite being in quite poor condition and needing a complete renovation, we immediately fell in love. With a tight budget, we had no choice but to do most of the renovations by ourselves. We're learning new skills as we go, building muscles we never knew we had, and getting creative to make the chateau as personal as possible whilst preserving its historic features. It's all part of this crazy family adventure, and we wouldn't change it for anything. I don't want you here. I want you to go away.
Okay.
Is it recording?
It's recording, yeah.
Okay, right, off you go then. Go and cut the grass. Go and cut the grass.
No, I'm going to assist you.
No, I don't need your help.
You don't need my help?
No, off you go.
All right. But I'm sure you need some tips about how to put the fabric on here.
Not from you, my love.
Okay.
Today I have a moment of time because the girls have gone to the childminder and I'm going to finally finish these last 3 chairs. Yesterday I finished painting them and I just wanted to say thank you so much to you guys who have commented on that last video about the deck chair, because I always get so much advice from you, and I think there was a few people who had suggested instead of sanding down the deck chair just to bleach it. And I did that and it worked really well. And yesterday I oiled them with the teak oil, the linseed oil, and hopefully this time avoid staining it like I did with the first one, which was an amateur mistake. I should have known better. I'm hoping it will take me about half an hour and then I can finally put them outside because the sun has returned. I mean, after a crazy wet month, which is like, we've had the worst weather here in Normandy for 60 years. It's ridiculous. But finally the forecast is looking good and the sun is back and we've got lots of guests coming today. So I want to get these finished, put them out in the garden so that our guests can enjoy relaxing in the garden. Look how nice they're looking. I'm so happy. What are you doing?
You're in the sun.
What do you think?
Perfect.
You like them?
I like them.
This is the life.
It is. Jean-Pierre, 2 glasses of rosé, please.
Who's Jean-Pierre?
My imaginary butler.
No, seriously, can you get me a glass of rosé, please?
I do. This is the worst project I could think of. I bought these 2 boxes and their contents a couple of months ago. These are 2 suitcase stands. And when I ordered them, I thought I would buy them, I would unpack them, put them in a room, and never again think about suitcase stands. But then when I opened them, I figured out I have to build them. And not only was I upset that I had to assemble them myself, but believe it or not, they came without any instructions. Now, you know, I'm not too much acquainted with the habit of reading instructions. However, these items seemed so complicated to build that I wished there were some. These legs, they could be now mounted like this, or 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 like this. This could go on like this, like this, like this, or like this. However, this could be mounted this way, or this way, or this way, or this way. You don't need to be a mathematical genius to understand that this represents an infinite amount of possibilities and hence an infinite amount of possible failures. I started building it this way, but then it turns out that this one is too short here and too long here, because one of these needed to be inserted here. If you turn it this way, everything changes, because then you have the short part here, the long part here. This part didn't fit anymore. An impossible puzzle to solve. I was so upset and so angry that I took the thing, the whole box and all these bits and pieces, and threw them into a corner. But today, for the second time, we had a guest complaining not having anywhere to put his suitcase. So I decided to forget all my anger and all my hate, to give it another go, to try to fix them and to build them up, to make this a better hotel and the world a better place. So I need to start by unscrewing the screws that I falsely put in here, because they don't go on this side, I think they go on that side. But that doesn't make any sense, because, so yeah, is it like this or is it like this? I'm just being calm and concentrated, and it should be fine. How's that even? This is broken because, I don't know, when I took it apart in anger, I think I broke it. Why is that annoying? What? Oh, I told you. Look what I've done. Short, long. Short, long. That's the point where I would normally throw that through the room. But thanks to the camera and thanks to you watching this, I try to stay calm and focused. But I can't tell you how much I hate this. Honestly, that's not a joke. I don't have any of these things that go into the holes. So I'm gonna use the ones from the other, so at least I can build one. What's that? Oh gosh, look at this. This is... Okay. Did I already mention how much I hate this? This is the screw I messed up last time, and I can't get it out. Aye! Now I pinched myself, look. As if it wasn't enough to be annoyed by this thing, I pinched myself. Trust me, if it wasn't for the camera, this thing would already be in a bin. upset. It's just a... It's fine. Oh. Oh. This needs to come over here. You see that? I think it's meant to be like this. I decide it's meant to be like this. What I should have done is to use this one instead of this one. But obviously not undoing everything to change these and these. How would you know before you build the whole thing together? How are you supposed to fold this if you can't? This? Oh yeah, like this. Yeah, you see? You can put it in a cupboard and then people come and open it up. And then they have the luggage holder. Look, it's painful. It's still hurting. It's like a blood vessel has exploded underneath my skin and now it's inflating.
Are you going to be my helper?
Yes.
All right then.
What are you up to, girls?
We're going to make the granola, the
For the
homemade.
guests.
Yeah, the homemade granola for the guests because we're full and we've finished all the granola. The first thing to do is put in 100 grams of oatmeal. Mix it up, blend it. So it becomes like a flour. And then I'm going to add another 100 grams. I forgot a spoon. I need a spoon. Please ignore the state of this temporary kitchen. It was meant to be for about a year and it's been 2 years now and it's completely falling apart. And we are definitely due a new kitchen, so...
A project for the winter.
Yes, definitely a project for the winter. I've done my 200 grams of oatmeal and now I need to put in some nuts. I'm cheating a little bit. Normally we're really lucky and we have a lovely walnut tree that's outside in the grounds. In the autumn time I collect all the walnuts and then we have our own fresh walnuts. We just have to break them, which is a little bit laborious. But I've run out and so I just went to the supermarket and they were out of walnuts, so I've chosen pecan nuts. Now I need to count out 150 grams. Ah, Lily, you want to help me? You want to give me a hand? Okay, got my little assistant who's come in. Okay, take a handful of those. Now we just need to break them up. Okay, break them up. You can edit this out, watching us for like 10 minutes breaking some nuts.
Makes the video longer.
You can add some nice music.
Yeah.
You can speed us up so we look like we're really fast.
No, it's gonna be real time. It's a concept. Do you think there's still people watching?
Maybe the super fans. Maybe our patrons. Oh, I forgot to mention, I was distracted.
Mama, can I wait?
Yeah, keep going. I just added some flaked almonds as well. So you can basically use whatever nuts you like.
And how much?
In total, you need 150 grams of nuts. We're getting close though, Lily. Almost, just a couple more. Okay, one more? One or two more? This might rival the installation of the antenna. What do you think?
Nothing rivals the installation of the antenna. The antenna was one of our best performing videos ever.
Really?
Yes.
So now I'm just gonna mix everything together.
I'm stirring the granola.
And what's in there so far? What are you stirring?
Oat nuts.
Oats and nuts. I use grapeseed oil, which is not an oil that I was familiar with in the UK, but they use it a lot here, and it's a great oil for when you want something really neutral. And maple syrup.
Ah, I just love maple syrup.
Lily, you love everything.
You do, everything that's a bit sweet. And I forgot to mention 60 ml of both the oil and the maple syrup. Do you want to pour it in?
I want to do it on my own.
Okay, you do it then. Perfect. Good pouring. Okay, and now, is it okay? Taste test? Good? Okay, now you want to mix that up. Just add a little tiny bit of salt.
And then mix it.
Yeah, keep mixing. My mixing assistant, and a little bit of cinnamon as well. Well, I like it, so I put quite a bit in.
No specific quantity?
A teaspoon, but I just put in a dash. And then we're just going to pour it out onto the tray. Yeah, that's it. I think that's good. Right, I put it in at 190 for about 10 minutes until it kind of goes golden brown. Obviously, if you can't get grapeseed oil, you can just use any sort of neutral oil. So, and with the maple syrup as well, you can also replace that with something like honey, whatever you like. Put the 10-minute timer on. I've got another assistant. Actually, she's come in to steal the granola. Now I'm ready to add my raisins and cranberries. You can add whatever dried fruit you want. Here we go. And then you can just mix it up together. And that's it. I mean, it's that simple. I'm just going to put it into a jar. And then we serve that with some yogurt and some fresh fruit. And it's a delicious breakfast.
Today I have a special guest. This is Nicola. We flew him in from Kenya. He's a wildlife photographer. And because we had so many animal spottings here. Is it the word, animal spottings?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sightings? No.
I don't know. This is an Italian to French trying to speak English. We decided we need somebody who can professionally photograph them and maybe at a later point hunt them. Do you hunt animals?
No.
No?
Never. Just with my camera.
What do you do in Kenya then? What, just pictures?
Pictures. Hunting is forbidden in Kenya. It's one of the only countries in the world where you cannot hunt. Nobody. It's forbidden by law.
Okay. Yeah, here it's not forbidden.
Yeah, I know.
What kind of animals do you expect seeing here?
I know you don't have giraffes, elephants,
No,
so it will be difficult for me
because that's what your speciality.
because they are big
They're big.
and I can see them.
Well, we have deer, squirrels,
Yeah, squirrels we have also in Kenya.
yes, and a badger,
Yeah, that's good. I saw
a lot of
I
birds.
saw yours.
You saw the images.
The video.
Yes, yes. Now you might wonder, how can we afford flying a guy in from Kenya just because he's a famous animal photographer? I'm extremely wealthy, as you know. Second of all, I didn't pay for his flight. He's a very good friend and he's here in Paris and I haven't seen him for over 4 years and I'm super happy that you see him again. And he used to do something else when he lived in France, apart from hanging out with me and going to bars and chatting. But it radically stopped when I met Anna. However, he moved to Africa, to Kenya, and he specialized in animal photography, which is amazing. And you should check out his homepage, which is called,
WILDIFEOFKenya.com.
here, it's written here or here, wildlifeofkenya.com. Okay, Nicola, let's go. It's so exciting. I'm also a bit nervous, and it's a lot of running. Oh, a bird. It's probably not very interesting, it's just some bird. Nicola, aren't your shoes a bit of a giveaway? Because you don't really blend in now, to be honest.
Yeah, that's not my safari shoes.
Oh, you see that they were here again, the boar, you see that? This is becoming my daily exercise now. So annoying.
Good thing to do with more time is to stay in one place, in kind of places like this, and to wait.
With a beer, a cigar.
No cigar because the smell is not good for the animals.
I really don't think these shoes are appropriate, but hey. Nicola, I know where the deer are sometimes. They're hiding somewhere there. Like, we have to go there to the forest. Where are you going?
I could spend the night here. What do you think?
Do you think that's a good place?
But I would need a chair, table, good food. In those situations, you spend hours and hours observing, listening, everything. So there is something very special with the nature in those moments.
What have you found?
How do you call them?
Moth?
Papillons de nuit.
Yeah, a moth. It wasn't a huge success, to be honest, until now. I'm a bit disappointed with Nicola, but I give him another chance.
Party place for boars.
Oh, you spotted a party place for boars? Oh yes,
They
you're right.
play around all the night here.
So we could come
That's
here
okay.
with the rifle.
Yeah, no, with a camera and with a light during the night.
Or we could build a trap with this tree, which is already about to fall down, and we have venison sausage. What do you think? Do you know how to make traps?
You know, the good thing here for me is to be able to walk in a place like this, because in Scania you cannot do it.
You have to be in a car.
Because it's too dangerous.
Well, here it's not that dangerous. I have a lot of clients who walk there every day, and most of them came back.
Very far.
Oh my goodness, this is dangerous. This is full of nettles and... This is Chateau Hinterland. I don't think we've ever been here with a camera, because it's kind of a bit Blair Witchy, if you know what I mean. Do you want to spend the night here?
A bit scary, no? Reminds me of Blair Witch Project or something.
No, it's one of the places where we used to keep our volunteers. That's very nice. It's like a Caspar David Friedrich moment.
One thing is to spot animals. The other thing is to take good photos of those animals. And that's the most complicated part. Here would be the good place for some birds. The light is wonderful. I have some white flowers with the sun, and the background is dark. You could wait here until some birds come.
Tu sais ce qu'on va faire?
Non, vas-y.
S'il n'y a pas de bête qui se pose, on va faire semblant.
Ouais, parce que là, honnêtement, le coup des fleurs blanches, je pense pas que les oiseaux vont venir dessus. Hein.
Et moi, après, avec mon logiciel, je peux incruster un oiseau. Ça va être hyper réaliste, ça va être hyper beau. Et les gens vont penser que c'est toi qui l'as pris. Tu penses que c'est une bonne idée?
Si tu le fais bien, oui.
Ouais, ça marche. I'm honestly impressed. I think you have the eye.
What did you think?
Yeah. It wasn't a huge success, but at least we found something. And I think, like every good hunter, now we deserve a good glass of wine.
Of course.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. For exclusive videos and behind the scenes updates, have a look at our Patreon page. Thank you so much for watching.